What's up, everybody? Welcome to another episode of the Grits Code. We know it's been quite a minute, but here we are again with your favorite host, myself, Chadian, the lovely Earl, and the lovely Julian as well. Thank you all for tuning in. As always, before we jump in, do not forget to like, comment, subscribe, and share. It's been a minute, Earl. How long has it been?
Ooh, 6 long months. In the words of Miss Girl from the news, a long periodical time.
Long
The
period.
buses are nasty, y'all.
The buses are filthy.
That they are. But yet, here we are as well. Excited to see y'all. Happy Tuesday.
Happy Pride.
Happy Pride. Yeah.
Be who you are.
For your pride.
Amen.
We done come a long way, y'all.
And they're trying to take us a long way back, too.
Uh-oh.
Wait, what?
I said, and they're trying to take us a long...
Way to darken the mood, Julian.
Whoa, sorry to be real.
The freedom.
Come on.
Yeah.
Excited to see y'all, though. Happy Pride. Happy Tuesday. It's been a minute. I think we have a lot we want to catch folks up on today, individually and collectively as well. But just to kind of kick us off and get started, Earl, Julian, what's up? How y'all doing?
Wait. I am... You want to go, Ju?
No, go ahead.
Okay. I'm doing really, really good. I'm not saying good. I'm doing great. Life is full. I've done a lot of little projects that we'll get into, I guess, as we start talking. We got a little announcements going on. But yeah, we good. We got Panama next week. I'm going to Panama Pride. Go speak a little Espanol.
I didn't know that.
Yes, it's Pride next week in Panama. So,
that's fun.
Ready to get on this flight.
When do you leave?
I leave next Wednesday.
Love that. I didn't realize it was Pride.
Yes, it's like there, and I guess it's like really big there, Panama Pride. So,
love that.
Go speak a little Spanish.
A little Espanol.
Okay.
Have fun.
Juju, on a beat?
Yes. So, updates. First, how am I doing? I'm doing great. Like, life is good. Life is like full of transitions for me right now, but they're welcome transitions. And I feel like I'm actually managing everything really well so far. There are a few times or a few days where I'm just like, whew, it's a lot going on. But then it's also, I feel like I'm pulling through better than I thought I would. So it's like, first off, I should probably let the audience know, hey y'all, I moved.
Period.
Yeah. So I moved. I'm no longer in the South. I just had to say goodbye to the Carolinas. Just, I was at an impasse. I feel like I needed some professional growth. I needed to get outside of the culture that, of course, I love and have been steeped in my whole life. And so there was a great opportunity for me to come to the Midwest. So your boy is in Chicago now. Yes.
City. What a pop noise.
Yeah, right. Put that in post. So I'm in Chicago now, which has been like such a great experience so far. I've not even been here for very long, but it's just been such great weather since I've been here. The people are really, really dope. I'm staying in an amazing neighborhood, a historic neighborhood, and I'm eating all the time. I'm always eating out now. I'm gonna have to chill because the next time we all link up, I don't want to be 250. Cute, but big.
Let's not throw out any numbers.
I'm talking about 250 on me. Okay. So yeah, I feel like right now, like I said, it's just a lot of transition, but it's also being managed really well. So yeah.
I'm proud of you.
Mr. Page, what you got going on?
Yeah. What is the team?
I'm really good. I'm really great.
On your way to world domination?
Yeah, and that's looking very different for me at this phase. Like, I feel like I'm more tapped into my purpose more than ever. And that is such a beautiful journey. And there's a lot of good that's coming with that too. But there's a lot of work and stewardship that is required with that. And I feel like that's the story of my life. And like every season, right, is like this evolution of trying to do more, become more, and push myself to a new limit. But this season is really like, oh, okay, like this is what the next level requires. But I'm enjoying the fulfillment of the entire journey of what all that looks like, the good and the work that comes with it. So I feel really, really, really blessed. I also moved. I moved a little bit before our last recording, but I don't know if I ever announced that actually. So I moved as well. I still consider it the South, but I moved to Washington, D.C. back in August of last year. So I'm literally about to come up on a full year, which is absolutely insane.
It's wild.
Absolutely wild. But I'm loving my time here in DC and loving what I'm getting to do in terms of building the company more, and all the other things that are happening here too. So it's just been really cool to continue to live, love, explore, learn, grow, and become more of myself. So it's been interesting. I'm currently packing to go to Paris. Speaking of Panama, I'm going to Paris in 2 days to see Beyoncé. Miss Cowboy Carter herself, so I'm super excited about that too.
Yes.
So
We're going to concert. I just want to hear from
We're
Nico.
not all together in one space for this recording because we're quite literally in different parts of the world, which is new for us. At least in the past 10 years of our like being.
Yeah. We have all usually been 30 minutes away max.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And Julie
it's
had
very
to go to
spooky.
in Atlanta, but it was still like, during COVID, all the things there too.
Yeah.
We've always been like right here together, so it's pretty interesting to be
Very interesting. But all doing like very big things on these solo walks.
Yeah.
You
Can
know?
we talk about that too, though? Like, I think on this journey, Black men, Black queer men, particularly like from the South as well. We were talking earlier, and Julian, you mentioned you feel like you're doing things that you never would imagine doing at this age. What does that mean? What is that feeling like?
Yeah, it's revolving feelings, obviously, and honestly, sometimes it's like disbelief, right? And then most of the times it's just like, how do I describe this? Kind of like, I feel like there are assignments, that I'm on, and I try to think of it now as like I'm knocking tasks out, as I continue to grow and develop in this new season of my life. And it's like, I kind of feel like the journey that I'm on, like this new chapter, so to speak, I never thought that I would be physically in a place outside of like, a handful of places, like it could have been South Carolina. Like you mentioned, I already lived in Atlanta and liked it a lot. We've been talking about me living in DC since undergrad at some point, and like, even though I still feel very, very connected to, like I mentioned, those assignments, things that I feel like I'm supposed to be doing in the world, I did not think that I would be doing them here. Number one, this was just never an option in my head. And then too, like, to the age component of it, I'm like, I did not think I would be doing this kind of work until 40, I just didn't see it. And that might come as a surprise, but I also, that is the truth. I was like, government relations, that's something I can do, midlife, once I'm quote unquote settled down, whatever that will look like. And that's a whole nother thing. But like all of that I feel like makes me feel this way.
Hmm.
Yeah, and that and probably more. And obviously, I'm new to this area, so I'm still finding myself like getting settled in a lot of ways. And I know that that's going to be a journey in and of itself. But yeah, some of the, I guess some of the things I told myself were limiting to me for whatever reason. And now that I'm actually doing something that I didn't think I'd be doing, I'm like, okay, I'm limitless.
I don't know. Look, all I heard was unlimited.
Together we're.
That's really
Yeah.
cool. I think it's beautiful. I think like as friends, one of the things you pray for and hope for is like your friends continue to live out their wildest dreams and like greatest potential. And I think the biggest thing about taking a step of faith and going into a deep end, whatever that may be at that season for you or that level for you, is that you realize, oh, I actually can stand up in it. Like, oh, this too is something I can consume. Like, something I have capacity for. And every time you take one of those steps deeper and deeper, you realize even more of what you're capable of, which is that, you know, unlimited thing we were just talking about. So I, like, as a best friend of yours, I'm so happy that like you're moving out of fear and into a faith move that now you're finding to be beautiful and to be things you never would have imagined. Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah, I agree. And honestly, I feel like there's so many ways that we all modeled that. Like, and I mean, for you, obviously, that jump that you did last year too. I feel like there's different ways that I pull inspiration from both of y'all, because it's like I you know, we can talk about how, you know, much we've worked and we've been prepared for things, but like you mentioned, like once it comes down to it and there's like you have this decision in front of you, do I go, do I stay? Like where you live is a huge decision, and I feel like I saw you make that decision for yourself, and it kind of like gave me permission as I was thinking about if I'm going to say yes to this new opportunity. Like I was just like, all right, I don't have to necessarily know that it's going to work out. I just have to believe that it will, you know? Yeah. And like I look at you flourishing where you're at amid all of the newness and, you know, new people and you know, establishing and building your business in a new location. Like I'm like, damn, he's doing so much. I feel like I can also do something too, you know? Yeah.
And you are.
So it's like that possibility, like Victor mentioned, like several episodes ago now, but like that possibility model. I feel like there's ways that I know that I can because you've done something. And same thing with you, Earl. I know we're going to get into all the things that you've been doing.
I know. Tell me more.
Earl be inspired. You being for real, Earl, you be inspiring me. And this might sound crazy. This really might sound crazy, but y'all know I don't care about that. Because look at this.
Crazy as hell.
That's vision, okay?
Vision, okay? This is called step one.
Baby better, because baby, when we come in next month, that wall gonna be painted.
Painted.
It's about taking
purple.
Come on now.
Purple nurple. Huh.
You going purple?
What were you gonna say? Keep going. I feel like we're losing the plot. Purple nurple was crazy.
I had to throw it in there for the millennials. But Earl, what I was gonna say, this might sound crazy, but you actually be inspiring me to read more. And I mean novels and like books. I literally I read so much information and data for work. Sometimes I just don't want to, and I know I'm not alone in this. Like there's research and everything out about this, but when you have to take in a lot of information, I always saw like you read for leisure, and I know this. both of y'all, and y'all shared that in common. But like Earl, I really feel like you drove it home for some reason for me. But now I'm finding myself like, cracking open like a novel, just wanting to read for the sake of reading, and delineating my experiences with like news, data, information from this separate thing of reading for fun.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm newly on that journey.
Love that.
I would say within the last like 3 months for real.
Period.
Yeah.
Come on, join the book club.
Okay.
I know. So.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Earl, so 2 questions. What are you reading right now? And then 2, what is this newness in your life as well currently?
I'm actually reading Mama No's book right now.
Matriarch.
Did not realize she was a Capricorn. I ended up buying a lot of books by Capricorns unintentionally. But I'm reading her book right now. I've been eyeing Kiki's ever since I watched her Scott Evans interview. I'm like, I gotta get this book. Like,
and that
I need to
album.
sit down with Kiki with a nice French 75 and then immediately move to a spicy margarita, and I just need us to chat. But newness, speaking of books, I do have a book coming out. I am a co-author to a anthology series entitled Queering EMDR, and so it's exploring EMDR therapy, which essentially treats complex PTSD, anxiety, all the different things. But this one is unique because it's combining our queer identities, so it's a compilation of different therapists, but mine is particularly focused on being a Black gay man raised in the South. And I write from a piece of how I've used EMDR in working with other Black queer men and women to address their traumas. But I also get very vulnerable in this series. I always think things happen interesting in life. I had a very traumatic loss to my uncle earlier this year, who essentially was like my father figure. And I got the announcement of like, hey, your chapter is going to be due in the next 5 weeks around this loss. And so like thinking about childhood, that was just the most cathartic experience. So I'll share it with y'all, my piece after this. But it was so like I explored just the complexities of how as queer people we are overachievers by nature, and we talked about that right in other episodes. And just kind of really exploring the makings of me in that process and the contributors to that and the experiences and obstacles. So that's a newness. It comes out September. And I'll actually be going to California to present at the EMDR conference around how do we queer EMDR, how do we bring the intersectionalities of queerness and Blackness and all the things to treat trauma. So that's a newness on a professional front. So yeah.
Okay.
That's
that,
Gotta work it out.
I love that. Congratulations, Earl.
Thank you.
Yeah, that's super dope. And to your point, when we have more time, but like diving into the vulnerability that you're speaking about that occurred, that experience, I'm very interested in how that showed up for you for sure.
Yeah.
Because I feel like you're an open person.
But you gotta ask the right questions.
You're very,
Some things are off limits.
And it's honestly not even that. I am very good at conversations. Hell, it's my job, right? And so I was actually talking to my therapist about that, and she even brought it up that it's something she had to work on, that we are naturally good at engaging people and getting them to reveal all the things, and then just naturally be like, did you respond to that very question that you asked, or did we just switch it to the next question? I'm like, you're right. Like, I'll engage, but I am kind of aloof, if you will.
That's good.
Which I do feel like a lot of Capricorns are like that. We're just kind of mysterious, but
yeah,
I gotta break the mold, child.
And it sounds like that happened through this process a bit.
Just a little bit.
So if y'all want the tea on Earl, go get the book, essentially.
Hello?
Run them copies out.
But I only gave him a little bit because I'm a contributor. So when I write my book, you get the real.
You get it all. Love that.
I will read that one too.
Period.
You can't give them all to him now.
Okay. Hello.
Yeah.
Love that.
Yeah. That's awesome. That's awesome. Tadian, what have you been reading?
So much like you, like I haven't had dedicated time to read in. It's probably been 2 months or so. I haven't had a book in a few months, maybe like 2 or 3 months that I've sat down and read top to bottom. But with this vacation, I'm super excited because I'm taking like 2 books with me.
Okay.
So my client is launching a book in 2 weeks, which is like a business leadership book on rules of engagement, how to build relationships without breaking boundaries, and all these different things. So I'm reading that book during my travel as we prepare for an event for her, and I'm doing the fireside chat with her. And then it's interesting, we brought this up today because I actually decided on my second book today, which is a connection we all have together, and it's The Risk to Bloom, which is I do not want to mess the name up.
Did we meet them at the Quick Creative Summit?
Yes. Is
it Rashid Newsom?
Okay.
No, not Rashid. Rashid is My Government Means to Kill Me. Raquel.
Oh
yes.
Okay, I might be pronouncing it wrong, but we'll link it in the section below. But
isn't it something like that?
Yeah, I'll send you a picture of it. But she did like one of the conversations and talked about a book. She did in the theater.
Got you. No, it's coming back. I got you. Yep.
So I'm taking that book with me because to take that to lead into my next point of my kind of newness. The company right now is like a huge deal for me. So like it's to your point of growing. I've always been, which I'm always curious to hear people who are talking about like taking limits off and thinking about the next level of their lives. I feel like I live in that space. And I know like my mom has a lot to do with that in terms of as a kid making me always feel like, no, quite literally the world is yours. You just have to go get it. So I always have like these big goals, but it's different to take that from theory to practice in ways that are bigger than you even thought. And that's what I'm experiencing now with this company. So like now it's this phase of, it's one thing for me to dream of 100K one day. And it's another dream to think about a company that you vision and create generate 100K one day. And then it's different to dream about that company and being able to pay yourself 100K from it or other people 100K from it. Like it's so many levels to that dream. And I'm in this deep phase now of thinking about what does it look like to help people that we serve as like clients do really good work in their communities, but pay people really, really well, right? And like all these different elements of it. So that's requiring me to think a lot more strategically within the company. So that's requiring a lot of brain capacity in this season. But at the same time, it is the most exciting thing in life right now because I'm seeing how much good we get to help people do in the world. But also, too, I'm pushing something past any limit I could even envision at this point. So it's all bigger than me now, which feels super cool in a way. So that's really exciting and new for me. I got married a few weeks ago.
I mean, at this point, just let me. I'm working on my speech already, so
get your speech ready. Get your passports ready because it's almost that time, folks. But but no, I'm really good genuinely, and it's really cool also to clearly articulate that being in a relationship now. It's interesting because to your point of like growth and change, I'm officially at a point now where this is the longest relationship I've ever been in my life.
Really?
Yeah, and I had to sit with that. I'm like, what longest does that mean?
But like also, I don't want to say deepest because that can mean so many different things.
Sure. But like, actually, I get you.
Could it be most intentional?
And like most connected to that point, Earl, like y'all right there.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. And I think it's funny. I'm watching Forever right now on Netflix, and when she was in the room crying, right, like when they decided to break up. I don't want to ruin things for people, but the mom said, "I promise you, whatever God takes away, He's either going to replace it at the same level or better, always." And I feel like that's been so true in this case. So I don't know. So like, it's been very interesting to be in something that's holistically making me a better human.
Mhm.
Yeah, so that's been really cool too. So like, newness for me, yes, the relationship, but like the person I'm becoming and helping someone else become through that piece has been really beautiful to live and walk through, and every day real time is cool.
Yeah.
Um, and then the company piece, and just continuing just to try to find balance of it all, and love on family and still love on friends, and all the things that are happening over here. But it's been really good.
Yeah. Well, you know that you are loved.
Hmm.
And Earl, you're loved too. I feel like just with what you're talking about, I'm gonna steal from your last point. Like when it comes to relationship, like how do you evolve in the relationship? How does the relationship make you feel? That to me is such a big deal because like if you've ever been in something and you don't like the person that you are, and then you turn that into, like, I've definitely been there where it's like, I don't like who I am with you, and now everything is an issue essentially. Like that to me, to hear you say that, not only do you feel like you're growing, but you feel like this person is helping propel that growth. Like that to me is like, it really, I can only want that for all of my friends, seriously, to be able to find somebody that, one, challenges, doesn't push too hard, but also helps become like a catalyst for positive change in yourself. Like that to me is like the goal, like, or maybe a goal, but like that's a critical piece, I think, of a real love story.
Yeah, and I feel like, we always think of that like romantically, but I feel like we offer that to each other too. And I feel like people who are watching this right now are probably like, that's exactly what y'all are doing right now. Because we're literally just interested, like genuinely interested in each other's well-being. And for people who are watching, I feel like setting an intention to try to be that for one person, right? And including yourself too. Like, don't forget that person as well. But we need this. Like, we need this community. There are a lot of things happening right now in this world. And we're, all chasing different dreams and passions, but having one person to be like, hey, like, Julian, what's up with that goal? Hey, Earl, what's up with that book? Can I support you in any way with that book or that goal? Like, all these different things, just be here for you. I think that's really important right now. And I feel like we've been doing that for years. So even though we haven't been on this screen for 6 months with you all, we still been doing that collectively here as a friend group. But we might have something that might create a little tension and division in this friend group for a little second. Chat the other day.
I don't think it'll create much division because there's really only one answer. But I'm going to present 2 pills to you, if we will. We got blue and we have a red. We're going to say that the red pill represents Cowboy Carter and Lemonade.
Together.
2 masterpiece, beautiful works. And then we got the blue, which is Renaissance and self-titled. You can only pick one pill.
Red was first.
Red is Cowboy Carter and Lemonade.
Definitely blue.
That's crazy.
Definitely blue pill.
I mean, y'all know this. I love Renaissance down.
Boots.
But it's the fact. Boots. I love it. Like, that album, like, it's so close
it's a
because the album only is on there. The Hive might not like this. Self-titled, least favorite.
It can go away. It can go away.
Don't say it too loud. But yes.
Y'all don't fight me.
I feel like I could do without it. I really could.
I only like about XO, I don't even want to name what I like on it because I feel like I might even be naming the wrong songs.
Partition I can get into Partition.
Yeah.
Obviously, like
I
that.
can get into that.
Yes, of course.
And I think it's because I like ballads type things. I love like an emotional song. So for me, Cowboy Carter just embodies so much emotion. Flamenco,
Yeah.
I'm ready to see that live. Two Hands to Heaven. I'm ready to see that live. I want to cry. Lemonade, pivotal. Honestly, Lemonade is when I really became like a Beyonce fan. Like, oh shit, like I really, really rock with you.
We all watched it together too. I still find that so sweet that we was up in your apartment drinking wine.
Literally watching that documentary, so I was like, that was a pivotal, like, Lemonade's gonna always hold a special part. Now, if they would have said Renaissance and maybe 4,
it would have been game over.
Game over. But self-title just, I appreciate self-title for the culture shift it caused.
Right.
And the pressure for the girls to get on their Zooms and release good work and, you know, change the way things are released.
Taking notes.
And I'm good on it.
Here's the thing.
Both ends.
It doesn't matter what they put with
Two things could be true.
It don't matter what the other album was with Renaissance. It could have been damn.
Not B-Day, because
it didn't even have to be a Beyonce album.
Okay.
The weight of Renaissance is gonna top all of it.
No, it does. It does.
Like, y'all know I gotta say this now. I gotta say it. B-Day is still my number 1. Renaissance number 2. I just have to say it.
With that,
I just have to. B-Day is quintessential. That is my coming of age album.
But to experience Renaissance as a full gay is like so.
No, that was a moment.
I don't know who, like, that album did some things internally that I can't even put into words for me.
100%.
Like, it's so pride.
It's ours.
It's revival. It really is.
Revival. It is literally revival. So I just don't know how Cowboy Carter. I love Cowboy Carter, but like, it could never.
Cowboy Carter to me is more emotions.
Sure.
And
fair.
That's why I'm a person. Y'all know me. I'm an R&B boy. Like, I like an emotional piece, make me feel the things, and I recognize the importance of Renaissance because the fact that Cowboy Carter was done before Renaissance and she decided to release, like, she recognized what Renaissance brings to me is just like straight joy.
Yeah.
Queer joy.
We needed this right now. I'm giving it to y'all right now. Yeah. I'm sure
I personally would have wanted those just to be together.
Yeah. And I know Earl and I both agree with this too, but like, the same way I feel like Renaissance tops every other album. And I keep challenging myself, so I haven't said it as publicly as this, but I still stand on it. Like, Two Hands to Heaven is her best song.
It's number 1.
I'm scared to say it this loud because I know there's a lot of good ones I love too.
Yeah.
But like,
that's not a
where
crazy
we are
take.
in life.
That
I feel
makes
like
sense.
it adds up.
Yeah.
For where we are in our lives as we ain't young adults, right? Like, we just adult. And so, well, I'll speak for me.
Hey,
I'm just adult. Like,
okay.
And so where, you know, I talked about the evolutions of some of her songs over the years, like, what's the thing? Surfboard. What's the name of that?
What? Song?
What's the,
Drunken Love, Surfboard.
Yeah, Drunken Love. Like, I feel like each album we get like a real, like, my man song, but this one is like, I'm grown. This is like, there's evolutions.
For sure.
My man song.
Dance for You.
What a category.
That's my favorite Beyonce song.
Who?
Dance for You.
Yes, that's Dance for You.
Sensual, but it was like, I'm deeply in love with you. So much
but
so.
Dance for You is like Two Hands to Heaven. It's like they're like hop, skip away.
Well, literally, Dance for You, Rocket, Two Hands to Heaven. Like,
and I think I love that theme of like, I love you so much. Mm-hmm. And yes, a part of that equates to like this stuff over here, but it's deeper than that.
Y'all, so to say something similar, but to move the conversation slightly, have y'all seen on Twitter how people are online? It might have made it off of Twitter. People are like comparing Beyonce to Brandy, talking about we don't understand why Brandy is the vocal Bible when there's Beyonce. And I'm like, do y'all not understand that both of these ladies love each other's music and
People
grew
just
up
like to
in
be
the industry
divisive with black
together?
women.
Isn't
They
that
just like to be
crazy?
divisive.
They're saying Brandy should not. They're saying
that they don't, in the words of Keke Palmer, they don't get the Brandy is the vocal Bible gag. And I'm looking at them like,
But I also asked how old are these people?
that's
Because
what
I
I'm
think
saying.
they look at who Beyonce is now and not looking at like who are the forefathers? Who are
They
the people
weren't-
that switched the
brought up
culture
to them.
and shifted it?
yeah.
So
Yeah.
we're not even gonna entertain that.
Yeah. They're also probably not like I think because I have a friend up here who's just like that, and I get on him all the time. He thinks Brandy cannot. I ain't even gonna put those words out.
Yeah,
But like, there are differences between people who understand music versus who likes a song.
yeah,
And
Technicality.
they don't like Brandy's songs, but if you understood the music,
yeah.
it's
You
like
understand.
you can't.
It's crazy.
It's not a conversation.
Yeah. So I feel like we need to do a separate episode on just music technicality and the girls.
Yeah, maybe we have a musical guest.
Hmm.
Mm.
Who
We'll
knows?
see. And it won't be 6 months from now, you all. So
No.
we'll give it to you sooner, rather.
But we hope y'all like this format because this is what it's going to be for a little bit until we see
got to
you
all
in
be
Chicago.
together. Let's all be together.
Right.
That's true. Yeah, so
Yeah, a vlog. We can do a vlog in Chicago,
that'd be
Yeah.
so much fun. We
Okay.
should.
and we'll have other music people there too. Okay,
Mhm.
we'll work it out. Nonetheless, this is dropping in June, and then we're back with y'all. We can say next month, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay,
Absolutely.
cool.
Well,
Do the things, Earl. Take it away.
y'all know what to do. Like, subscribe, share, post, comment, do the things. We're back.
Yeah,
Get that book.
get that book.
Yes.
And let us know in the
Support his
comments.
business.
Red pill or
Yes.
blue pill? Comment below and let us know.
And you can't do both. All right. Bye.
All right.
Bye, guys.
Peace.